Okay, here we are back at Tokava Park. Now ready to go for the men's game. Battle of the Five Islands Bridge in true form here. Warners Bay versus Lake Macquarie Dockers. It's all about Lake Macquarie this one, and there'll be bragging rights after the game on this one. Expecting a pretty torrid game actually. Thanks again to the Argentine Hotel, Screen Signs, Edgeworth McDonald's and Underground Trade Service. Please try and support the sponsors for these blokes because they do put in their money for a very local game and a very local setup, and yeah, we really appreciate the money and the support they put in. Thanks very much, buddy. And we'll see how we go this game. I'm less aware of how competitive these teams are with each other, but we'll see how we go. Umpires are ready. I think we're still looking for goal umpires. There seems to be a lot of talk out in the field. Don't think too much of it's friendly.
Go, Jordan!
Okay, we're looking ready for a start. Holds the shearing up. We're ready to go. There's the siren. And here go the big fellas. Good tip out to Warners Bay. They get the ball moving straight away forward. Will there be a clean mark to start off? No, he cleans up from the scraps. And that's a very quick start. Wow. That's a very good clean start from Warners Bay. And yeah, that's a goal straight up. So we're 6-0 straight up. And I think they might want to fix the scoreboard up over there. That is a bit of hometown bias. But yeah, well, there you go. It can happen just that quickly in AFL. Pardon me. But yeah, a couple of seconds ago we did it, and we'll do it again. Ball's up again. Oh, that's a pretty hard hit in the middle there. But that's a lot cleaner. It goes to Jordan Reynolds and right down the front. And oh, pardon me. That's bad time for a tickle in the cough. But no, Dockers have got it back down the forward line. The ball's fisted out. It's a clearing kick there. But yeah, Jordan Reynolds, he's been able to grab hold of that. And he might even have a shot from here. Or no, he's just going to put it up in the goal square and see what happens. And they've taken a mark. That's been a good mark there. Contested grab. He stood tall, the big man. And that's Dylan Rumble. Seems like he's ready to rumble too. So there's a good chance of leaving it up, and we'll start as we were about a minute or two ago. That's a good kick. Great stuff. Geez, I tell you what, that number 72, Jack Waugh, he looks like a small kid to be playing in amongst these blokes. It's the thing I like about AFL, it is a game for all shapes and sizes. These little guys, they bounce back up as quick as knock them down. It's great to see. I'm hoping we should have a more competitive game, like closer scores this time around. By the looks of it, that's what's going to happen. Hopefully a high scoring one. Okay, we're up again and we're off. Jordan gets a good tap out there. He hands it to... no one in particular, no, there's bodies flying in there everywhere. Matty Pantalone's gone in with a huge barge. And Jordan's got out there again. He's doing well in the head outs. It's a bit of a wrestle. Dockers got it clear. Yeah, they have got it clear, and it's a good chase. They're coming back from the forward line. They punched it out. Warners Bay not clearing out as good as they could. Well, that's a good break from the Bulldogs. Sorry, the Warners Bay team. I think the Bulldogs will just run with that because that's what I'm used to. And there's Jack Wall, the little bloke. And a good handball. It's good ball movement there, but the Dockers, he's thrown that up. He's thrown that up. Nice tries, desperation stuff, but it is the Warners Bay Bulldogs, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Yeah, you have to do pretty good to get it in on this angle. It'll have to be a pretty good kick, and it's gone off to the left-hand side. Through for a point. And looking at the options, seeing what's happening, there's a few leads being run, guys putting their hands up. Well, actually they're not, but they're saying a lot of things. And he's put it right in the middle, and there's contested mark, and he's come down with it pretty well. That's Tim Hoff. That's a good grab from the big fella. He's looking across. He's gone into the goal square and come down with it. Oh, Warners Bay's come down with that one too. This could be a pretty likely game, this one. Turns round, and we have number 61, so that's Jake Hayes looking at this one. And I'd say there's a better chance that he gets this one than the last bloke. Oh, come off the side of his foot. That's a bit of a shocker. He'll be disappointed in that. He will be disappointed in that. He gets a minor score. Okay, now he kicks to himself. He's having a couple of bounces. And clears down to the wing. And there'll be a jump for this. And he's cleaned up the scraps well. He puts it down the wing. And that's another... Oh, well, that's a good grab there by Reece Fennell, and he's put it back to David McGuinness, who's put it in the middle, and it hasn't been real good. It's been a bounce ball, and good block there, and head out, and that's been pretty well cleared by the Dockers, who put it into the centre half forward area, and we're just going to see what happens here. A few handballs around till they can get themselves set. Oh, there's been great big palms off there. That's great from Brendan. He's got rid of a couple. Dan Smith tries to get mixed into it there. But, that's a good grab. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's got him there. That was great work there. Good pressure. Now we turn around, they'll have a kick at that. Dylan Rumble, he's showing good signs out there. Brad's coming off for his first breather. Big effort out there, and Dan Zuzik goes on. Put it in for a behind, minor score. It's looking pretty likely out there. I think this is going to be an absolute cracker of a game, so stay tuned for this one. Okay, puts it out about at the 50-metre line. It's a good kick, and it's a good mark. And they put it up there. This is a lot more free-flowing, and he's ducked under well. He's ducked the big tackle. They pulled him off the ball. His shoulders everywhere. Puts it forward. He's been able to get a clean kick out there, and a good grab there. Good grab there by Jordan Reynolds. He's looking in there, calling in midfield, and he's got it right in the centre square. And that's a good take by Brand Job. He's looking. There's a lot of good talking out here. Tim Clark, he's looking through and he's putting it forward. And if he can take this, oh no, that's been a great defensive take there. Okay, now they look to go up the wing. He's going to have to start playing on soon. Yeah, it's good organised. They're taking their time with this, the Warners Bay Bulldogs. Well, that doesn't work, but now with a couple of good handballs, they can start setting themselves, put a good kick up forward, hopefully get a mark and have a crack. But no, he's missed out on that one. Good mark by Tom Davidson. Are they the Warners Bay Bulldogs? Oh, that's good. Okay, now let's put it forward. There's blokes everywhere. That's a great. Oh! He hasn't called the mark, and he's been taken. Well, he thought he had a free kick there, but it's gone to a bounce up. Oh, yeah, well, he's given the ball over there, but not real happy that he had to, but they looked into midfield, and that's a good mark, and he's just going to have a crack. Putting it forward. Bit of a messy one there, would have been good if he could have got it, but nice ball off the ground. Oh, he's hooked it round, he's had a snap, but he's just got it in for a minor score.
Get set up, Dawkins! Jordan! 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 Bobby! Bobby! Kick out, Jordan! After the kick out!
There's a lot of talk out there. These guys are pretty well on. The young fella comes off, and he's had a good crack. I've got to give it to this young bloke. And Ben Hunter is his replacement, and that's a pretty good mark there. He'll be looking to put it in the centre. Play on. No, he's gone down the wing, and it hasn't worked. David McGuinness gets it, and he looks more to the centre. And, that's a good breakthrough by number 27, the Dockers. And he's had a look, he'll put it in the middle, and we'll see what happens there. Have we got a mark? Oh, he's just missed it. Gone through the fingers, it's on the ground, they're mucking around for it. They'll have a go, it'll get messy, and someone's actually got it out, so it won't be a ball up. I thought it would be, but here we go. Good tackling there. Big pressure, and there's a kick. And he's got it there. Well, out of a messy bit of play there, we've seen the ball come out and a great kick to get that goal. And, yeah, that puts the Dockers in front. Well, yeah, it's game on here. The Battle of the Bridge is going to be the Battle of the Bridge here, I tell you, the Five Islands Bridge. A lot of talk on the sidelines. It's a pretty good atmosphere here. If you don't get out to local park footy, you don't know what you're missing. This is great stuff. Okay, ball on the ground. Good hand pass out, but it's been misdirected. The Dockers bloke, he's put it forward. That's Timmy Clark. And there's been a good mark taken there. I think that was Jordan Reynolds. It's been a minor score. It's only a minor score. Who's number 17?
Clayton, 5-minute mark, you're going on the ball. Alright? Okay, you've got to work.
Who's 17? Yeah. Haven't got his name. Oh, yeah. Anyway, back to the game. We're in Riley Jennison. Okay, we've got Riley Jennison, and yeah, he's replaced his brother today. But it's gone up the wing, and Dan Smith is chasing pretty hard on that. He's having a go, as they all do, these blokes. Okay, beat another ball up. Okay, and they get it out again. And Bulldogs player, he's looking around, trying to find somewhere to get it. He goes up the wing to his mate, and he looks to go inside. It's been blocked pretty well. He gets it back, has another go. And that's a good mark there. Who's Dan Ayub? Been pretty busy in the early part of this game too. almost the mark there. They've come down, but they've been able to put it forward. A couple of good hand passes there. And no, that's gone a bit scrappy. He'll be wishing he did better with that. And we'll have a ball up soon. Yeah, just a little point of note, Riley Jennison, brother of Sheldon, who played in the ladies' game earlier. She had a great game too, but good to see the young bloke. He's stepping up today. We go forward, and it gets centred, and two Dockers players looking there, so, and it goes forward, and do we get the grab? Can they clean the scraps up? No, the Bulldogs look like they're going to get out, or it's getting messy again. They should clear it out the wing. Couple of good handballs, but they've tried to overthink it, I think. Oh, we've got someone down the front. Okay, we've got some interchanges happening. We got there's a bit of stuff happening here. Clayton Beck goes on. Timmy Wells comes off, and we've got a forward coming off for the Dockers. Brad Farrell coming back on. Setting up for a cracker game here. I mean, you can go to your games in Sydney. You can go to your AFL games, the big games. You can pay $30 or $40 or however much it costs to get in. But I tell you get just as much excitement and just as much passion with these blokes doing it because they just love it. And why wouldn't you? They're smashing each other. Okay, it can't be too bad an injury. He is putting weight on it, so hopefully a pack of ice, magic sponge, and we still may see him later in the game, but good to see him clapped off. He's not happy. But there we go. Oh, that's almost out on the full. Oh, geez, that was very close to being out on the full there. Pushing the limits there. Oh, that wasn't real flash. Bit of a forearm, fairly high, but I suppose you want to put a bit of authority into the game. Stamp your authority. Let them know you're there. Okay, midfield pass in. They go to move forward now, and he hasn't been able to take the mark cleanly, and the Dockers are on it. Brad Farrell's in there. He's getting stuck in. And good hand pass. Well, no, not really. It's gone over his head. That's created a few more problems than they would have liked. And that's been a big move forward. And there's people flying over the top everywhere. So I'll settle it down for a bit of a balls up. And, oh, that was a good grab. He's put a lot of pressure on him. The ball's gone out. And the Dockers get the free from that. And we'll see, he gets there's a big leap, but anyway, he takes it over and he's given him an extra bit, and the ball's been thrown there. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. Okay, we want to keep the sportsmanship going in the game. Okay, there's a lot of people flying, but no one's actually got hold of it. But Dockers Blake's cleared the scraps quite well. It's gone up the wing. And that's well tapped in by Riley. He's done well. He's done well. So they'll have another throw in. Dan Smith will throw it in. And we'll go again. Oh, that's a pretty good clean-up from the Bulldogs fella, but a good mark there from the Dockers. He'll look for his options further in the middle. And he picks his mark and he just misses it. Looking for Brendan Balchin. But yeah, they'll push forward. Here's Zuzik. He's put it in. Dan Smith tried to punch forward. It hasn't really come off how he'd hoped. Yeah, there's a bit of push and shove. There is Furlan here. It is the Battle of the Bridge. The 5 Islands. Okay. Let's go. We're only in the first quarter with a minute to go and it's already starting to heat up. And here's the big fella. He's pushed it through real well. That's Johnny Shaw there. And Docker's pushing forward again. And Brad Farrell, he's tried to get it. He hasn't been able to get a clean kick off. Everything's been rushed here. They're pushing forward. The ball's on the ground. Very scrappy and a free going to the Bulldogs. Okay, they're looking to move the forward more to the centre and up the middle. They haven't got much time to go. They'd want to hurry, but if the Dockers could... Oh, they're all flying. They've done quite well. This is great. The Bulldogs, they've been able to get themselves out of their own 50, but not convincingly. They've only gone down to the Dockers forward line a couple of times. And you wouldn't say it's very convincing in the way they've done it. But there we go. They're still moving the ball around. And that's the end of the first quarter. Well, I think we're in for a cracker game. Stay tuned. And here we are back at Tarkabar Oval for the Battle of the 5 Islands Bridge. Game's firing up at a very, very even first quarter, 15-8. And here we go again. And he's missed the ball. He's, Clarkie's missed the ball there altogether and given away the free. Western Bulldogs pushing forward down the wing. The ball has bounced horribly for him. Gardner puts it in and missed his mark. They've cleared it inside into the centre. They're looking to set in the half forward area. Here's the young kid, is it Jack Waugh? Done well. He's put a good ball in, but it just hasn't gone where he wanted. Controversial umpiring decisions here. Get them at every level. I personally can't understand that one. There's no bias in that. But, well, you just got to suck it up and get on with it because that's football. But, let's make it very interesting if he can pot this one. All things looking good. Yep, everyone's happy with it. So that looked to be number 61, Jake Hayes, I think, who put that through. Reminding you, we're brought here today, this is all made possible because the Argentine Hotel, Edgeworth Macca's, Screen Signs and the Underground Trade Service. Get behind the businesses that get behind the local sport because we couldn't be doing this if it wasn't for them. So it's put to a 1-point game now. And it goes up, and that's been a good clearance by the Dockers. Not the clearest, but it has. That's been a great kick. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Bulldogs were lucky he took that because I think it would have bounced through for a goal, but Clarkie's been put out of the way. The Dockers have cleared that midfield. Good pressure from the Dockers. But number 25, he's been absolutely relentless in the chase of that ball. It's gone everywhere. Now it's getting messy and they're trying to pull it out, but yeah, that was a good chase in the ball by Pat Quinn. Dockers win the clearance again. Oh, that's a big shoulder there by the Bulldogs, number 38. And they're getting it away, and geez, I tell you what, there's some furlong starting to grow in this game. He's gone right over his head, under his armpit. And number 45, he's just missed out on that, but it's good shepherding there. Number 34, Brent Jobby's put that forward, and Brad Farrell, he's struggling to try and pick up the ball cleanly there. Some good shouldering work. And Bulldogs move forward, and you can hear the skin slapping. There's been some great defensive work here. Number 31, he's put it forward, but it just hasn't gone to where it was supposed to go. That was Leo Vo. Well, that's a good grab, that. Just a good settling grab. He can turn around, have a look. That was Reece Fennell. And he's put it out to the wing. Not a clean grab, but he's been able to get away from the Dockers and put a kick through. And that's good defensive push from behind by the Dockers. Number 13 and 29 gets it through. That's Saini. He's got it through. He's got it down to the wing. Pretty fast game here. The ball hasn't seen much dead space at all. Okay, yeah, it's been a good Bulldogs clearance. They'll look to go again. They've gone the middle of the field. Nice mark there. They had a look. And that's it. And that's Alexander McDonald in the middle there. He's going to look to play on. Threw a good shoulder in before, and it's not as good a kick as the shoulder he's put in before. But there's number 50, and that's a good effort to not let the ball over to the Bulldogs. Kept it under control, saw it over the sideline. That was Johnny Shaw, that. And he'll throw it in. And there's the ball getting locked in the middle of the ruck there. Ball up again, and we'll have another head out. The Bulldogs get that one pretty well. And he'll put a centering kick in, and they haven't been able to take that mark cleanly. Dockers come away with it. That's a good clearing kick. Gets it out to the 50-yard line, and it's put back in, but a good mark there down the back. He'll look at his options, and they'll start to square things up again. He's going to have to get going pretty soon, and he'll go back out to the wing here where it's been a contested mark, and he's come away with that pretty well. Nice handball, straight to the other team, but hasn't gone how he's looked. But anyway, they're going through, and they'll put it forward into the goal square. And, oh, that's bad luck. He's almost got the mark there, but they've locked the ball up again. Number 12 going on there. Poppy. Poppy's number 12. I haven't got him on the team sheet, but yeah. Number 8, Timmy Wells. That's been a good mark. He'll look down to the side to Poppy, straight into the action. As soon as he's come on, he's got the ball in his hands. Adam Cullen. Is that it? Oh, okay. Okay, that's been a good handball into the number 12, and he'll put it forward into the centre half forward possession. He's off centre. He may have a shot at goal here, but he's looking at Leeds. I think he'll look to put it in the goal square. And the Dockers, oh, that's a good grab by Sam Wellard. He's been able to get it out to the wing, but it's gone back to the Bulldogs, and they'll have another shot. They'll put it into the centre, but there's no one there. Nice handball back to the Bulldogs player, and that's been a nice mark. Has he ruled a mark? He hasn't called the mark. Must have been a little bubble there. Thanks, Tom. Okay, now that's been a big kick down the front. And Brad Farrell, he's going hard for that. He scoops it up. You get back to the centre square area. Bulldogs looking to push forward again. And almost a great defensive mark there. Ball's bobbing around a lot. No one can actually get a good hold of it. That's been the problem. But now they have, and they'll clear it down the wing, and hopefully, no, it's gone to the Bulldogs player. And they're looking down to the wing. They'll go forward again, and a good mark. A good mark for the Bulldogs. He'll settle it down. I don't know if he'll have a shot at this one. It is a very wide angle and a fair way out. He looks to be pretty serious about it, but seems to be about 40 metres out on a fairly acute angle. Pretty good looking kick. They're pretty happy with it, and there go the two fingers. What? So they bring it back for the centre bounce. It was a fiercely contested game. The Battle of the Bridge really living up to its name. That's what they were hoping for, and that's what they're getting. Okay. There's a fair bit of talk between these two teams. And that's a good tip out for the Dockers. But the Bulldogs get hold of it. Good handball. Good inside handball there. And that's a nice clean mark. And that should be another shot at goal for the Bulldogs. And it looks like Jake Hayes will have a kick at goal here. Did pretty well with his last kick. He'll be hoping for the same, and that will sail off to the side. Only the 1 point. Takes it to a 4-point game. 6-point game, sorry. The wrong way around. But they clear out to the side, and he hasn't really judged that well, but there's a lot of shoulders and jostling going there. They take it out and they'll throw it in from the side. Okay, now we'll be looking to throw it in. And there's good tackling there. The young bloke, Riley, he's right in the mix of it, the young fella. And they put it forward and no clean marks taken. It's punched out towards the sideline. Bulldogs player, he puts it back and his mate puts it into the goal square so you can get it. But that's a great defensive mark. Bit of a speculative kick there by Ben Hunter, and it really didn't get to any mark that he was aiming for. Comes out, and again they're looking for the scraps. He tries again, and again not a particularly good result, but good scraps cleaned up there, and no, probably should have got a better result from that. That was Pat Quinn again. He would have been hoping that he maybe could have even run a bit further and got a goal there. Again, a minor score, but it's taken it over that 6-point gap. It's 22-15. It's taken it to a 7-point gap, so see what we can do. There's lots of fists involved in that one. And he's brought it out well, and that's a good clearing kick, and so close to a mark. That was a very, very big effort by Mitchie Clune. But they'll have a ball up, but yeah, big shame because he almost dragged that one in. And that's a good punch out. That's a real good clearance there for the Dockers. And goes out over the line at forward pocket. Probably a little bit disappointing that it took that angle. They were probably hoping for it to come in a bit. And we have Dan Smith getting ready to go on. And that's been a pretty Sad kick over the sideline, but Dan Smith going on to replace Clayton Beck. And there's changes coming everywhere for both teams. Scott Ducker, he's coming off for Tom Prentice. Anyway, has he been able to scrap a goal there? No, it's a behind. So the Bulldogs fullback looking for his options. There's arms and voices everywhere. He goes straight down the middle where there's a big contest for the ball, and there's a clash of shoulders. Pretty good handballs to get that out. That was pretty good work there by the Bulldogs, and that's a hard hit right in the middle. But the Dockers get it back, and that's been a very good kick. They creating space for his teammates pretty well there, but the Bulldogs again have gotten hold of it. And a bit busy game by Ben Hunter. That's been a good grab there by Harley Davis. And that's a 50 there. He's got the 50. Okay, now we can see what the Dockers really have an intent to do here. They're going to go in the middle. Going to put it up in the goal square, see if they can come up with a scrap or a goal. No, but the Bulldogs, he's running it out the wing. Showing a fair bit of pace there, the little fella. And a good pass, a very, very good pass that was. That was to Tim Hoff. He's done quite well to grab that. He's put himself in a good position. Oh, but good mark there by Dan Ayub. They'll put it back down there. Danny Zuzik, he's put in a kick there. Can they get a foot on that? It's a bit of bad luck there. I thought they might have been through some miracle try and scrap a goal there. 4.5 minutes to go in this second quarter, and there's still only 8 points in it. 6 points in it. It's very close. Number 19, Jordan Reynolds, going on now for Timmy Wells. It's been heavy involvement. That's a good mark there for Dan Smith. And I think he'll fancy himself at having a shot at this and getting it. Only new to the game, Dan Smith. He was a ex-league and soccer player. And he's hit the post. Bad luck, because that was a pretty good kick there from the young bloke. Maybe allowed too much for the wind. I don't know, but it's brought it back to 5 points, so it's under the 1 goal difference. Very, very close. And here we go. Everyone's up. Oh, and he's almost come down with it. Big effort there. There's some scrappy handballs going on. And the Bulldogs come away with it quite well and put it down the wing. They're playing very wide today, the Bulldogs, and he's put it in the middle. And they're running on. And oh, that was a big shoulder after he kicked it. That hasn't been a successful mark, but the Dockers look like they're getting it out. No, the Bulldogs have been able to get hold of it, and he's had a crack, and that's a good mark. That's a good mark under a big amount of pressure. And Tom Prentice will have a shot for goal. It's long enough, it's high enough, but it's just wide of the post. It went straight beside the blue dot. See what the Dockers can do on a clearance here. Oh, that's a great mark, a great take by number 27. They're going straight down the middle, the shortest way to Brad Farrell. That was a good grab by Brad. That was a very, very good grab under a lot of pressure, and he's pushing forward. And here we go. That's Riley Jennison. It's gone out to no man's land. There's a couple of Bulldogs there chasing. It's bounced over his head. This ball can do you damage. It really can. Okay, the Bulldogs. Oh, that's a great tackle. Great tackle. Brought on the free. They've played on quickly. They're looking into the middle, and Brad Farrell has snapped a goal. That's a great reactionary snap, that one. That was a beauty. All coming back to that good tackle from just outside the 50 metres. So now with under a minute to go to half time, 23 all, 3 goals, 5 each. That tells the story. It's been a fantastic half. Little bit of biffo, a little bit of shoulder, and a lot of skill shown. It's been great. Okay, the Bulldogs come away with it, and again it's that man again, Ben Hunter. He's been very, very busy. But here we go. The fever pitch is going. The coaches are blown. It's great to be on the sideline here on a Saturday half. Okay. And unless he wants to have a shot at goal, and I don't think he's got the length. It's going to have to be a monster punt, and no. I'm sorry, but the sidelines are funny on a day like today. The Battle of the Bridges, they are very intense rivals and neighbours. Half time, 23 all. Here we are back at the Battle of the Five Islands Bridge. 23 all. We're back into it. If you missed the first quarter, it's been really good. It's been really tight, really intense. Oh, there's he's been smashed behind play there. He's not feeling too well, Clarkey. He's not feeling real well at all after that. But he'll put Light Macquarie into the attack for the first time this quarter. And Brad's up there trying to get a mark, doesn't get it. Some good scraps cleaned up there by Clayton Beck, but it gets put through for a behind. Some good talk out there today. You got to say it's been very, very intense, but it's a game of 4 quarters, so anyone can win. That's a good big kick they've put out there. Everyone chasing. No one can get hold of the ball. No one controlling it at this point. Another ball up. Good tap out there by the Bulldogs, but the Dockers get the control of it. Bounce forward to Brad, and he's been able to redirect it to Brendan Belchin, and he just miscues. Bit of a missed opportunity there, you'd have to say. So he might kick himself, but with the luck he's had today, he'd probably miss. And they've put it out, and he should have taken that. That's Wellesley should have taken that. That was pretty straightforward, no one around him, but Here we go. And another ball up, and he breaks through there, and that's a good break there. He's taken it too far. Taken it too far. If he'd been able to put it forward after that break in the tackle, that would have been good. But that's what happens under pressure. And they go up for the ball, and lots of body work here. Lots of body work, and the ball's locked up, and we'll have another ball up before it goes up over the sideline. And here we are, and it's over the sideline. So I'll throw it in, and we'll start all over again. Okay, here we go. And that's good tap out, but taken by the Dogs. Miscued. Number 38, he's put a good kick there forward, Alexander McDonald, but it's been taken well by Simon Gardner, who puts it down the other side. And Clarkey will put it forward, and that's a good kick by Clarkey. Hasn't been able to be taken by Brad, but that's a good mark. Positioned himself well for that. I think the kick was a little bit aimless. He was able to take advantage. So they'll go forward again. Brad will go flying, and the Bulldog bloke's gone over, and they've put it forward into the 50 metres again. Race for the ball. He can't bat it forward. Dan's got it. He gets caught in the middle, and he's going to get thrown round a bit. And the Bulldogs again come away with it. And another good mark there. Put out to the side so they can set, and this is good stuff. They can have a look what's ahead of them. And it's been a little bit miscued there. So the Bulldogs, they'll bring it out, and that's a nice kick forward by Luke Mitchell. But it's again been intercepted by a Docker, and he's almost taken the defensive mark. That would have been good for Warners Bay, but he can't complete it. But they've been able to get away again. Puts it through to the centre. A little bit aimless at this point, and that's a great intercept by the Dockers. That really wasn't good play at all by the Warners Bay Bulldogs. They're really just fighting off an onslaught here, I think. Oh, and that's a pity. He's just got that. Just got that for a kick out. I think he could have done better with that, but they're down the forward pocket by themselves. Great evasive skills. That was very, very good by the Dockers. And then that was tipped out by Timmy Clark. Sorry, Timmy Wells. Okay, so they'll throw it in again, but the Bulldogs finding it very, very hard to get out of their own territory at this stage. That's good palm off, but he's grabbed hold of him and he's been able to hang on to him. He thought he was away there, but that was good work by the Bulldogs defender to keep hold of him and effect the tackle to get the ball. Looking for options upfield. He's going to put it up there, and there wasn't many Bulldogs numbers there, so I think they're going to have to do a bit better with looking for their targets. He's caught well there. There'll be another ball up. McDonald almost able to escape with the ball there. But that's a good kick through. Can Warners Bay do anything with this? That has been an absolutely horrible bounce and a good save there by the Dockers. That is when an AFL ball can make you look bad, but that's a terrible clearance by the Dockers. It went straight to the Warners Bay player. But he's been strong through the middle there, but he's given it to the Dockers player. And he's put it out over the sideline. You'd have to almost say that was with a fair amount of intent. But anyway, we go again. The ball comes in the ruck, and Yeah, good free kick there by the Dockers. He's looking for his options down the wing. Yeah, he's gone pretty wide. They haven't taken the ball cleanly. But okay. Bit of a scuffle here. Come on, fellas. It's football, fellas, not fights. Just get off him. Come on, let's go. Okay, it's getting a bit controversial here. It's starting to raise up in the temperature stakes. Bulldogs, they come back for the Bulldogs free kick. But it is starting to fire up a bit. And they put it up near the 50 and it's gone through his hands. And can he snap a goal? No, he's put it in there. I thought he took the mark. They got the result anyway. They got the result they wanted. I thought he might have stopped and taken the set mark and the kick, but they put the goal through, so that takes Warners Bay to 30, Lake Macquarie 25. After the game, if you want to go for a cold beer or something like that, the Argentine Hotel, they got fantastic canneries too. Major sponsor of the Lake Macquarie Dockers. If you got the kids, you can take them to Macca's. Actually, they got a good kids area at Argentine Hotel, so family friendly. But anyway, back to the game, and they're in the ruck again. They're wrestling around with it. Another ball. No, there's a free kick to the Bulldogs. Got a bit messy there. I didn't see what happened, but it's a funny game, football. Here we go. There's guys flying up, and there seems to be a bit of a shift in the momentum. The Bulldogs seem to be getting more of the ball and more of the position. But this is better from the Dockers. Good clean mark. He can have a look, see his options. That's better. That's better. He's got space up the wing, but it wasn't a real good kick. But Wellesley will put it up the wing, and Brad's knees have taken out half the field. I don't know how he's doing after that, but yeah, there's a big divot in the ground. It's a bigger divot than you'd see me take on the 18th tee, I tell you. But anyway, the Bulldogs come up here, and they're bringing it out again. Good footwork there. And doesn't complete the mark, which is a bit of a pity. That would have kept a good session of playing going. Call for 50 again. It's a pretty common call from the sideline from the coach, but I'll tell you. But anyway, we've got the free kick. Looking at options. Does he go in middle? Yes, he does, and that's a good kick. That's a very, very good set kick. They're going to work the ball up. They're going to work the ball up, and the Bulldogs player's gone over on his back with not much assistance from anyone. It's pretty funny, and that's why footy's a funny game. But that's well done by the Dockers player. Number 34, Brand Job, he's done well. Oh, that's a hit above the shoulders. McDonald's got him above the shoulders, and yeah, that's just one thing that you can't do. But anyway, it's gone out there, and that's a good kick. They're working it closer, and that wasn't the smartest kick you'd want to see, but that's a very good intercept there by Brendan Balchin, and he's put it into the goal square, and it's gone across the face of goals, and that's a pretty good kick off the ground from the Bulldogs player. But there we go, a bit of fancy footwork there from Jordan Reynolds. He's had the ball taken off him. But anyway, they look to go wide again. That's been... Bulldog seems to have been inhabiting the wings lately. Neither side really wants to go down the middle. Bit of a lull in proceedings. But anyway, short kick down the middle, and yeah, he hasn't put his mate in a real good position with that kick, but he's been able to win a free. He's looking around, and he want to start thinking about kicking soon. He's gone short again, and that again, some of the selections of kicks are left a bit to be desired in the last 10 minutes from both sides. That being a good case of it, that's gone straight out. Now you don't want to be doing that. They're in a good attacking position, and I think I'd be moving it more to the centre if I could. But anyway, here we go. They're playing it, not me. And the ball's popped over him with that bounce, the horrible bounce. He's got the intercepting mark there. Centre half forward. Oh, he's gone for the screamer. And he's come down, and he's given away a free kick. But there we go. He's putting it in the middle there. Is he going to get the goal? Oh, yes. A very, very good goal there, and something that they really needed in a pretty low-scoring segment of the game. Everyone's been going pretty well, but that's been particularly close. Pretty free scoring in the start of the game, but they've knuckled down to a bit of defensive work, and yeah, the scoring hasn't been as free. Okay, so we come back to the centre of the ground. Ball goes up. And the Bulldogs come through, the big fella through the middle. And that's been a good run from him. And a good kick through too. They cleaned up the scraps behind him. And a bit of scrappy work, but can he hook it over his shoulder? No, they've seen the ball over the sideline. Okay, that's the ball up. Okay, we're in the ruck again. Bit of push and shove. They certainly are firing up. There's words going everywhere. Just hope it's only words going everywhere and not fists. We don't want to see that going on, and it's a pretty heavy shoulder that he's copped there. It's been a good hit. By the way, the score is 31-30. It's a very, very close game. He can't pick this one. Harder to pick than a broken nose. Oh, that's been a good kick. That's a good set-up kick. That's a good mark in the middle. Positioned himself well, and I'd say he'll have a shot at this from pretty much in front. Here we go. And he shanked that. So Tim Hoff, his kicking hasn't been as true as he'd like. Okay, now looking at their options. Looking around, is he going to bounce it to himself? No, he goes down the other wing. And it hasn't come off as expected. Bulldogs bloke, he's been knocked, and yeah, trying to get it away from that sideline. That's it. The Dockers get it. That's a better pass in the middle. They're gone in the middle of the field, but been misdirected. I think they've pretty much cleared it just to get the distance with no real intent. Therefore lost the ball. But centre half back, you've got Dan Smith running there. He's got a bloke on him. He palms away. That's good work by Dan Smith, palming him off. And a good kick as well. And he's running up for support. That's great stuff by the little fella. And he's still chasing. He's gone the full length of the field. That's been good play by Dan Smith, Brad Farrell. Good mark. Let's see if they can bring it forward. Very, very low scoring quarter this, it really is. But yeah, it's starting to really fire up on the sidelines here. Big calls for ball. And Riley Jannison, he puts in a good kick there, and it's been a good mark. And there we go, another one. Can they clean up the scraps? No, the Bulldogs do. They're the ones who clean up the scraps, getting it out. But it's gone back to the Dockers round halfway. They centre it. And again, scraps cleaned up by the Bulldogs. There's no real intent with these kicks at the moment. That's the first kick that's had real intent, and it's made its mark, and it's a very, very good kick actually. Right, Timmy Hoff right on the 50-metre line. Is he going to try and go all the way? And he's got it. First goal for a while. 6-pointer Timmy Hoff. So it's really been a game of 2 quarters so far. Because first quarter being very, very high scoring. And this one I think we've only had 1 or 2 goals kicked in the whole term. So you'd have to say very different colours of the game. Here's Timmy Hoff again. He's got another mark. He's putting himself in position for a good chance to get these goals. And now it looks like the Dockers will clear it out, and that'll be the end of the quarter. Only 20 seconds to go. I can't see too much else happening. Here we go, 5 seconds to go. Well, that's a bit of a flurry for a finish there this quarter. Score being 37-31. Okay, so here we are, and this is where we really start to find out what's going to happen in this game. But that's been a good clearing kick. And yeah, a very good mark taken there by Jake Hayes. His kicking's been pretty good today too. He walks in. This is well within his distance, well within his range. And no one's moved, and everyone's happy except the Dockers. Okay, they'd want to get starting on this, because otherwise they're going to find it's just a mountain too far to climb. There's time enough if good enough, but you don't want to let the game get away from you. I think maybe the Dockers might have scored their points a little bit too quickly, too early, but we'll have to find that out. This is where the condition starts to come in. Who's done the hard work in the pre-season? Okay, yeah, well, geez, the Dockers would want us to do something about this. Get on it. There's Dan Smith. He's on the ball there, and he's almost got caught under the ruck. And there's about 5,000 Harley Davidsons riding behind us. Everyone's having fun. It's a beautiful day here at Turalba. Okay, ball up, and we're into it again, and play has slowed up a bit here. It's free to the Dockers, looking for options. decides to go down the other side of the field. Oh, great intercept there and hurried kick, but didn't get too far. But they get it out of the pack, and that's good hand skills there by Timmy Wells. He's got that away, and big calls for deliberate there. It has gone out in the full, so they do get the benefit either way. Pretty much the same result. So I can't see that he'll have a shot. I think he'll be putting it in the middle. Well, he has had a go. He has had a go, and he's got the single point, I think. Yep, 1 point. So that brings it back to a 10-point gap, 33 to 43. But they want to be starting making the move now. You don't want to leave it to the end. That's a good kick out, and this looks pretty good for the Dockers. And it's gone out over the sideline. Good fight for the ball there from Danny Zuzak and Scott Ducker, but he's put across, and no, he's dropped it. He's made this a whole lot harder with missing that mark, but no, that's out in the full, that one. No, she ruled it out in the full. Okay, here we go again. They want to make use of this territory that they've got at the moment, the Dockers, but good intercepted mark, that's great. Now we put that in the middle, he's gone across to the middle, and it's a misdirected kick. That's gone straight to the other team, and yeah, Bulldogs look at their options now to take it back up. That's a good clearing kick there, but again, it's gone straight to them. And a free going to the Bulldogs. Looking at his options, yeah, well, that's a nice safe little kick to Josh Nicole. And he's put it up to the 50, and the boys are flying, and the Bulldogs come down with it. And he's tried to have a go from that far out, but no, it's brought out well by Danny Ayub, who's, it's been a bad kick that he's put through, but they just can't get hold of it. I think tiredness is starting to set in. This has been a really torrid game. And that's a good clean mark, that is, by Mitch Clune. He'll put it up in the front 50, and we'll see how we go here. The Dockers really have to make something of this territory. He's put it in the area, and he's paid the mark. Well, this is a big kick. No two ways about it. He has to bring this in. He's got to kick this. Jordan Reynolds, a lot of pressure on him. It's a pressure kick. And he's brought it home. Okay, now that brings it within a goal. 13 minutes to go, and it's a 5-point lead that Warners Bay is holding. A classic Battle of the Bridge game today. A lot of talk, there's a lot of niggle out there. It's been on all game. It's a bit messy in there, a bit messy. Oh, here he comes. They've been able to get it out of the ruck. He's getting it out of the ruck clean. It's, yep. Brad Farrell, he's leading the charge there for the Dockers, and he's three Bulldogs around him. He's done well to get that result, I think. Okay, let's go now. Let's see if the Dockers can make the most of this possession. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, geez, close to a mark then, but they've been able to get good handball out there by the Dockers. And good nudge there. And Dan Ayub come up with a very, very good mark that they did need to take. Good pressure take. And that's good positional play, getting it in the middle with a bit of space to breathe. And now, oh, good. I was going to say good scrappy play there, but big hit over the back there. Seen feet going up in the air, but the Dockers bring up on the other wing and hasn't been able to hold it. That's been a good kick off the ground. And he's been called with the ball. See what, there's some flies here today. There's no flies on these guys playing out there today. They're too busy, and that's a good mark by the big fella, and he puts it forward. And let's see if we can make this a 1 point game. And well, yeah, oh, he's rushed it through for 1 point. Now they really have to, they have to keep him down here. They have to keep him down here in this area. It's only 2 kicks where he can get up the other end, I know. But if they can keep this pressure, you would think there's more often than not a chance that they're going to slip into the lead by 2 points. There's only a 4 point gap now, 43 to 39. Oh, he's almost run into a Docker sandwich there. Oh, he's crunched him from behind. That's a bit better. And there's a good free kick that they really wanted. And that's a kick that Wellesley's put up in the middle. Can they scrap it? Oh, geez, I think Riley could have given it a go there, but very intense amount of pressure on him. The Bulldogs just working it out of their 50. But the Dockers get it in there with one clean kick that seems to have come off the side of his foot. Seems to be a lot more talking in the last 5 minutes going around the field. But Bulldogs running off some replacements. It has been pretty much a battle out there. Number 35 going on is Rowan Ellis. Has been a bit quiet today. But free kick going to the Bulldogs. Number 38 is Alexander McDonald. He's been heavily involved. But we go again with the ball up. And again, you feel that if the Dockers don't get the points from this mountain of territorial possession, it could come back to bite them on the backside. Good handballing out of the ruck there. Bit of a stray arm, copped him across the face. Brad Farrell gets a kick out there. That's a cleaner kick. That's a bit better. Oh, that would have been special. If he jagged that, that would have been goal of the year. But it's gone for a behind. It's now a 3 point game. But that's the sort of thing you can see down here at Tolkabar Oval. It's been a fantastic day today. Let's see where he gets out with this. Everyone flies. It's come down for the scraps. Gone to the sideline. He's done very well to keep that in. But it's out. The ball's out. No, he's let them play on. And they've got the goal there. McDonald's put a kick through to the forwards. It's gone to the forward pocket. That's gone to Tim Hoff, sorry. And he's put it forward into the goal square. Oh, that's bad luck. That was almost a really good mark there. And again, just missing out on the mark. And these marks, the missing of these marks could really make a difference. You control the ball, you control the game. Now this is better. They're going down the other wing. They've got room to move. Now here's Clarkey. He'll get hold of the ball here. And he can set it up if he can get round here. He's done well. Oh! He's been grabbed well. He's just taken it that little bit too far. And you'll probably be able to hear the frustration on the bench right next to me. But we've got the ball back in control. Brent Job's got the ball and he'll have a look. And he'll take it into the 50 area. And that's a good mark. That's Riley Jamieson. It'll be great to see him kick a goal. Oh, yes, and he's taken the mark. Bradley Farrell's taken a huge mark under a great deal of pressure. 3 points in it. You can see fellas cramping up. Game's building up to a huge climax. So I was saying a couple of minutes ago, time enough if good enough, and he's got it. Lake Macquarie Dockers take the lead back. That's a big goal by Brad Farrell. So we have running on there Daryl Hennessy. He's going on to see the closeout of this game. But there again, still 6 minutes to go, and there's only 3 points in it. There is a long way to go. Also, Brendan Belchin just going back on, taking the place of Dan Zuzek, who's had a great game, heavy involvement. So let's go. 3 points. Who's going to take... Oh, that's been a good clearance. Very good clearance, and they fly up for it. A good kick off the ground. And... Oh, that's been a good grab. Very good grab by the Bulldogs player. Oh, Jack War, he's been out the back, hanging out the back, picking up scraps, but he only gets the point. The only problem here is sometimes the ball can get lost in the grass. It goes too far. Such as the picturesque and scenic backdrop of Tolkabar Oval. Dockers look to go down the wing. Oh, it's he's been lucky to get away with that. It's not totally disastrous. It's a ball up again. They have another shot, but you don't want to be throwing the ball too near to your opposition. The game this tight in your own area. So Ben Hunter, he puts it in again, and that was not a good kick at all. Pretty good hand pass. Oh. And what's happened there? He's just got the single point. Okay, so it got a 1 point game. Dan Smith comes off for Clayton Beck. Tight as it gets.
Let's go, boys. Come on, Docs.
Tight as it gets. This is fantastic stuff. Real cliffhanger. 6 goals, 10 to 6 goals, 9. Oh, no. 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 That's just a bad kick. That's just a bad kick. I don't know what was going on there, but it's not what you want at this stage of the game. He lines up, and this This is Josh Nicole putting it in there, and they fist it through. Okay, 1 point behind. 46 all. 2.5 minutes to go. Ball coming back into the Dockers 50, and that is a very, very much needed grab. Sam Welland really needed him to take that. Fisted forward, but they've got to keep on top of that. Ball's on the ground. That's a good take. That's better. That's better. And he'll look to put it closer in.
Come on, boys! Come on, Dockers! Let's go!
Now the talk's getting up there. It's getting real close here. We don't want to... Oh, that's a big mark. That really is a big mark.
Come on, boys!
Ben Hunter putting it in. Again to Tim Hoff. Is that a topsy-turvy day with the boot? Well, he's gone for the short pass. Could be a genius or dud on that sort of decision, and it hasn't worked. He's got a fairly big boot. I think he might have been better well served to gone for it, but there we go. It's Messi again. Messi again. Seen it out on the sideline.
Get around, boys!
Okay. 40 seconds to go. You got to get it out. Or the Dogs have got to get it in. There's no two ways here. There's a wrestle on here. This is just a dog fight. And I don't mean to use the pun really badly. Yeah, that's safe. That's what you want. And they put it up the middle. And there we go. Battle of the 5 Island Bridge comes down to a 46 all draw, and most of those points scored right at the start. Fantastic stuff. Been a great afternoon. See you next time.